Welcome back, Mech Warriors, to yet another round of the MWO Comp Championship Series for 2024. Today, I have with me Mr. Tios.
Heyo.
And I am, of course, just call me Ash if you didn't know by the ticker that's been going along the top for the last 7 minutes. Today, we have two teams here in Mantra and 228. And it is make or break. You're either going home or you're going forward. There is no middle ground now at this stage of the tournament for these teams. So a best of 5. We'll see what happens.
I'm a little curious just because Mantra has always been a team to do out of pocket, you know, completely strange strats that that no one has ever seen. So I'm a little surprised to see what's going to happen with their back against the wall. I'm curious what they're going to cook.
After last week, with the execution of stuff on Bear Claw, I am also interested to see what is going to be cooked up. Now, I've flicked over to the map ban and just waiting for these guys to get stuck into this.
Mantra with the first pick. They seem to like Terra and Bear Claw a lot. There we go. Bear Claw right there. Mantra historically has not done well on Frozen City, so I hope that they avoid that.
Yeah, there've been some, I mean, some of their weird stuff that they've pulled to what should I say, to Frozen City has been a bit too much, if that makes sense.
Yep. And 228 Reapers has selected HPG.
228 Reapers. Yes. Oh, Terra Therma straight away. They didn't waste no time there at all. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It kind of shows how prepared a team is based off of how quickly they pick their maps, because I mean they've known the order for a while, so they probably know exactly, like, I don't know how they operate, but like at KDCM, we had a flow chart where it was always pick this, ban this, you know, immediately. You know, if you walk into the map ban and you don't know what you want, that's typically a sign, an early sign of being pretty unprepared. So props to
flow chart. Goodness me, mate, that's very organized, isn't it?
I know, right?
Wow. I can tell you now, we had none of that.
Yeah, props to these teams for knowing exactly what they want to do.
Okay, now Mantra is starting as team 1.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, 228. Sorry, I missed that one. 228 picked team 2 for Bear Claw. Okay, cool. That's easy. Don't have to swap anyone around.
And then Mantra's team 1 for HPG.
HPG,
Ooh.
yeah, okay.
Are we not going to have to swap sides at all?
Come
on, guys.
I mean, hey, I am not going to complain about that, right? That's the
a man can dream. A man can dream.
Absolutely. 228 to Terra Therma, team 2 as well. Okay, all right. That's 3 out of 3 so far. Mantra, team 2 for Bog. Oh, okay, all right, okay. They must have something up specifically if they're picking, because team 2 and team 1 are very different on Bog. So yeah, they're going to have
Frozen
something.
City, Mantra gets team 1. I would say team 1 is definitely this. So, a lot of these. So some of these maps, like say HPG, HPG doesn't really matter what side, what side you're on. Bear Claw is mostly symmetrical, but not entirely. Yeah. Terra and Frozen, the side you have will make or break your strat. So
absolutely, yeah.
Yep,
I know exactly what you mean. Especially from Frozen. I think Frozen out of all of them. Bog too, actually. Bog, there's a lot going on Bog, because one side is a lot easier to sort of aggress push on, and then one is easier to hold from. I'll hold that push too, actually. So yeah, there is definitely a bit going on that map. These guys are all here in the lobby. Should we have a bit of a look at the map strat on the Bear Claw? And I have absolutely no idea why it is on Bog.
Yeah, sure. If you want to throw me
Probably
your link
fix
for the
that.
map strat real quick.
That is very good. I will send that to you there. Let me open that up and change it over to LeBeclaw. Loads. There we go. All right. What do you think we're going to see this week from Mantra? Because noting that last week they were on team 2, and that's when we saw the 3-line executioner back down the 4-line stuff. But they can't do that this
I
week.
have a very healthy prediction of, or I have a very healthy habit of not trying to predict what Mantra does. However, I will try to predict what 228 does, because if you watch the last time they played it the very cookie cutter straightforward of, you know, sending their bigs towards the outside, trying to set up that gamma theta epsilon control, of which that's probably the most straightforward way to play Bear Claw. I wouldn't be surprised if 228 tried to stick with what's tried and true. Mantra did something incredibly weird their last game on it. They had an executioner go up, I think, over here in order to get Overwatch on Kappa and Sigma. They had sent a light all the way around to get Gamma, which it's not an unorthodox play. It's not an unorthodox way to play Bear Claw. We have seen a lot of teams, you know, instead of picking one area they want to fight for, they just sort of run around and play the cap game and just, you know, hope that they can cap quicker than their opponents. So it's gonna be a little weird of a team like 228 that really likes to huddle down, that, you know, likes to pick a spot in the map and say, "This is our turf. We'll die here," compared to, excuse me, sorry, Mantra, who will move around a lot. So I'm expecting from them a rotating cap strat.
Rotating cap strat. We love to see that on a Saturday night or Sunday morning, depending on where you are coming from. The other one I was wondering as well is I've sort of seen them do some odd sort of things here, and then their sort of medium light pack come all sort of the way around here, or maybe it was back up through here or something, and then their assaults jump up. Kind of what they did last week, but without the we're starting on team 2 and we're going to go all the way around and then do it, which obviously saves you about probably 3 minutes. I think it's going to bring about 3 minutes of time saving. So that will be the interesting part.
That's a little bit more of an interesting strat, because if you catch your opponent off guard, it works super well. However, I've tried that strat before, and if your enemy knows it's coming and they're hunkering down here on Theta, trying to run into them from the 4-line low ground can be just breaking. You just won't just won't survive that. These lanes on Bear Claw where there's just no cover, perfect perfect firing lines, that's just like Stone Rhino feeding grounds.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got medium range, right? Oh, there. Hang on, what have I done there? Wrong mouse button. I love that. You've got so many. Oh, let me just redo that. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh goodness me. So you've got so many spots where you can essentially hold the lane and just bash them as they come through, like up all of those up those ramps. You just bash them from everywhere, mid range, long range, no worries. Kind of not much you can do about it. you're in trouble, right? Like it's. But again, Mantra do love sending their light and wolf pack on some runs. You know, on a long run. It reminds me of like a chicken run or something, right? You're running the whole length of the backyard or the entire area.
Yep.
That could be a thing.
And it would look like Mantra's all ready, but not locked yet.
Yeah, they're pretty.
I'm not keeping an eye on their timer, but they may be running it close.
Only a minute and a half to go, so that's not too bad. But what we can say is Team 1, they are heavy, very heavy, basically Alpha Bravo. So with really only one.
Makes me feel like they're swinging Epsilon side.
Yeah, look, unless this is some kind of deep fake, right, or something like that, and then they're all going to go the 3-line from Alpha and Bravo, I'm pretty certain they're going the Epsilon side.
And they're locked.
All right. And let's team 2 5 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's an Epsilon side. They're heavy. They're at 475 tons, so they're not too light, which is often a giveaway. 460, 465. Pretty certain there's some funky business going on. 275, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah. But you are right. The bear claw spawns are not that spaced out, so it's not too far fetched to be able to do a fake out. You know, I wouldn't say they're as tightly packed as say Hibernal or Canyon, but there definitely still is room for a fake out. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't too enthused about this map when I first saw it in the CS lineup, but I have to say I was wrong. This map is shaping up to be the most diverse map in the entire lineup, as far as all the different ways teams can play it out.
You say diverse, I say the most painful. Because there is so much, you just gotta go, oh, what is going on here? Especially when you don't see anybody for the better part of 3 or 4 minutes. You're like, okay, there is the nonsense. Just where
it's fun to watch.
However,
however, when you're in the match and you're playing the light mech and you're trying to scout out where everyone is, it is definitely a little bit of a headache. Yeah.
And just a quick note, they do have one in Team 1, so I think they might. This might become some kind of EPSI cap strat thing. And in the meantime, 228 have locked out pretty hard. It's Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie mix. Looks like most of their bigs are all in the Charlie, so they're headed towards the Epsilon side here as well. Ooh.
Yeah, this might be shaping up to be an EPSI fight, which would be interesting because
from Team 1, yes.
When teams do the whole run around cap strat, Epsilon is typically what you avoid. Epsilon is very entrenched. It's very hard to steal it. 2 people Alpha Lance makes me think that they're sending a wolf pack to Kappa. They might be hoping to catch somebody, seeing as sending 1 mech to Kappa, maybe a little bit of a death trip, but
you just got so many lines. You've just got so many lines on Epsilon, right? Like if you're bringing anything range, 600-700, even beams, you can just blast whatever comes anywhere near EPSI, and not much the mech can do about it.
Yeah,
so
that's definitely a big part.
Here we go. The teams are locked. Let's get into it. Mantra 228. You're either going home or you're not.
All right. I'll take team 2 if you want to take team 1.
Yes. My lovely game loads in here. Okay. Oops.
All right. On the 228 side, we have a Stalker 5S, a Shadow Cat, an Executioner, an Ice Ferret, a Stone Rhino Coloss, an Osiris 1P, Urban Mech Street Cleaner, and a Viper. They really like that Urban Mech.
Yeah, indeed. Now, okay, the mantra is interesting. We've got a Highlander 732B. I'll have to check the build if that's the UAC and AC5 combination. That's a weird one from last week. I think that's back again. 319 SR1, Viper, Osiris 1P, Shadow Cats, Mad Cat 1, and a Hellfire Void. Now, the Mad Cat, Hellfire, and Highlander builds will be the interesting ones to look at from this side, I think.
One thing I'm going to immediately point out is that 228's deck is a lot more mobile. With the Executioner, Coloss, I would say their only stagnant mech is the Stalker. Meanwhile, Mantra, with their 3 assaults, Stone Rhino, Mad Cat, and I almost said Stone Rhino again, and a Highlander, those are pretty slow.
Yeah, so just having a quick look at the builds here, everything is pretty standard. Mech out 1, large, Gauss, Hellfire, Hags, Vomit. The Highlander, 3 PPC, 1 AC5, and an Ultra 5. So mixing up the pinpoint with
that is old school.
The UAC tap there, that's still very strange. I don't get it. And everything else is pretty, this week, comparatively for Mantra, pretty standard for a change.
Yep, 228 is getting Kappa for free. Royal Star is trying to deny Theta. He is failing, but yeah, it is shaping up to be both teams dedicating their weight to Epsilon, which is going to be pretty interesting. I would say
Well, I mean, look at
I want
Mantra. They've been given Theta for free. Like 228 have the better side to deny Theta and really, really easily. But they've just completely given it up here. Royal Star and the Viper wasn't pop-tarting at all. And Yorkshire's actually kind of quite close for a Executioner. But yeah, nothing there happened at all. Like they just gave it up for free. And Mantra already on the expedition to Epsilon with 2 Kappas. And I'm guessing the Mad Cat for some Overwatch over there too. Interesting.
I want to say that if this stays being a range fight, Mantra definitely has a firepower advantage. However, if 228 is able to force a more mid-range skirmish or potentially even a brawl, I would say they have a much stronger deck suited to that. So if they give Mantra this 3 cap on Epsilon, they might be in a really rough place.
No, they're keeping busy. I'm just watching here just what was happening. So we've got the Stalker in the low ground with ER large all the way over here, which is an interesting spot to be sticking your Stalker, but it has scared them off Epsilon. The 2 lights cannot do much against ER large. They have been sent scurrying away.
Looks like JBV and the Flea is going to go make a play for Kappa. Mantra has realized that Epsilon is not a viable option, and they're going to try to extend their 3 cap in the other direction. 228 has started to burn health a little bit too much, though. Gladisaur is down to 78, and Andy is down to 83.
Well, I just had a quick jump into Yorkshire as well. He's pop-tarting with Large Pulse, not your most common build for the Exi that we've seen on Theta, and he's quite getting a little weak on one of those torsos already. So that's not where you want your Exi at this point of the game.
Pop-tarting in a mid-range Exi against a ER large Goss deck is definitely a scary endeavor.
Yeah, now
FE is almost completely fresh in his Colossus.
Kappa's being flipped at the moment, so we now have a 3 cap from Mantra, and 228 are moving the very far outside. I'm just sort of outside the hangars here. I actually don't know how the planes land on this, but that's another discussion for later. But sorry, 228 have started to move all the way up, and Mantra are they're actually kind of playing this pretty sort of standardly, and whack-a-mole as 228 come around the corner, kind of 1 by 1 at the moment. 228 aren't all that organized in what they're doing. It's a little bit slow.
228 is sending 2 lights to get Sigma. However, Mantra seems to be aware of it. Andy Lard and Fire Ant, maybe Fire Ant's not in a Fire Ant, and that makes me sad.
I have no idea what ... is, but we'll just call him Dots for today. Lost an arm and very, very open on the side torso. Walked out against the 2-3 peak from 228. Yeah, just not entirely sure why he actually cost them, because you can kind of sit where this rock is, where Trem is, and you kind of would have been completely fine just to sort of chill there.
There's a little bit of a standoff here over Sigma. You have 2 of the 228 lights standing against 3 of the Mantra lights, but it looks like 228 has realized that Sigma's not the play. No. And I think looking at their map movements, I think they're going to try to lean in more on kills and try to kill out their opponent instead of going for caps, which is definitely a little weird because the trades are pretty even. I wouldn't say that I would be confident enough to go for a kill strat.
228 1 Sigma. The Red was there watching it, but he's out. I'm just watching the door here where the Red was. Oh no, he's coming back. So the 228s are after Sigma. They want that 3 cap to try and get some map control, potentially to dislodge these Mantra guys. But no, the Red hasn't seen them. The Red hasn't seen them, and they haven't seen him. Oh no, it's a trap. There's 4 mechs here from Mantra.
It's going to be 4 mechs. This is so bad. 228 needs to make a play with their bigs now.
Oh no, this is not good at all. 228, 2 versus 4. I think Andy's dead. I can't see how Andy's going to live through this. Oh, this is a big mistake from 228. Big mistake.
Gladisaur is trying to move in. 228's bigs are not walking up at all. They're not taking advantage of this. They are just getting hammered still by the range.
And 2 other mechs came in from Glado and Royal Star, but they've sort of, no, we're going to lose mech, and so far instead, they've sold their team out here. Well, not sold them, but they're sacrificing. They know these 2 mechs are dead, They are not going to sacrifice any more right now. What did 228 do?
Just got ran down by a wolf pack of 4. 228 needs to send their bigs in now, but I think it's too late.
Yeah, they're moving up, but
Panther's Knight's already on the way back.
They're moving up, but they've bled too much armor. Yorkshire's had to drop into the low ground. He's almost lost the torso there. Glado is in trouble coming across there as well. Red Buren is basically... He's already lost a weapon, actually. An ER large down on the torso. This is not good. A lot of crossfire here from Mantra over the back here from Colonel and Trem as well. Yorkshire's very, very pinned. Winters here getting kind of pop-tarting, getting himself in a little bit of trouble here. But Mr. Dots is waiting in ambush. Anyone that comes around the corner, as in Red Buren, gets absolutely smacked. I have no idea if he knew he was there or not. That did not go well for Red Buren. Oh, goodness me. Oh, Dots is
now getting jumped, though, by 4 mechs as Jiffy walks
Ooh.
in, about to make it 5. Dots goes down, but even then, it's just over.
Yeah, Jiffy's getting shot in the butt here, getting shot from the side. He's just lost... No, well, yeah, he's basically lost the torso now. That's coming. And the percentages are so further up here for Mantra over 228. It is not looking good at all for 228 now. Oh my goodness.
Zelk and Royal Star trying to get some damage before it ends, but even then, it's over.
Viper and Leg Derby too. Leg Derby, I think. Oh, look at that. Yes, it is. I can't click on the damn thing. It keeps clicking the cap point. Ah, goodness me. Wow, okay. That was unexpected. Mantra playing essentially vanilla standard,
which is a bit unusual. But let's see. Let's look at the damage here.
Yeah. Wow. Oh wow. Oh jeez.
David Renner getting 680.
Wow.
Trem getting 618. Mokor getting 524. Super high damage across the board for them. And 228. You have 2 double Ds in Fire Ant and Andy Lard. That hurts.
That hurts a lot. They were not aware of the trap, basically.
Yeah.
Oof.
And
yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, I think that trap is truly where the game fell from behind to lost. The fact that 228 had a 2v4 and their bigs were not ready to run in. The fact that because that meant that there was a 6v4 on the other side of the map where they had a huge advantage, and 228 completely did not take advantage of that at all. But I mean, also felt like they just weren't winning their trades the whole game. I felt like the entire match Mantra just had huge trade dominance.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Yep, especially early on. I don't know, the sort of half pop-tiding Exy kind of got stuck a little bit. I just saw it jumping up and down a couple of times, and all of a sudden 83%, right? That's a lot to be losing on your Exy early. You got to be careful. It must have hit, taken a Gaussier large burn, probably, maybe twice, not sure. And yeah, those coming across the back, the 228s are kind of picking one by one, and there was a couple of opportunities there for 228 to really put some hurt on the Mantra mechs that were kind of crossing, like we said, those airport lanes. And they kind of didn't get it. They just didn't get that damage in when they needed to. Well, we're on to HPG. Should we go there? Have a bit of a look at HPG? I mean, there's not too much else to talk about that drop, is there, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little concerned because HPG is a much more trade-heavy map than Bear Claw, and if you're going off of the trade performance of game 1, I'd be worried if I was 228.
Yeah, I agree.
If both teams commit to just cookie cutter, we're gonna put a big on the wall here, a big on the wall here, or one here, one here, one here, like, I would be concerned given how dominating Mantra was at the start of the match.
Well, do we see?
And of course, it's
something like do we see Mantra do something funky like this? You know, some sort of wall push or something potentially.
I think that route's always a trap. I think that if your opponent,
Ooh.
I think that route is always a coin toss, and because you don't know how your opponent's going to set up their mechs. I think that has a half and half chance of either dominating or just getting obliterated. So I always advise teams to avoid that route. It's too much chance.
Well, it'll be interesting if 228 put 2 or 3 up on the wall as well. That kind of can make the difference. Now, if 228 in their game versus us put, I think, and Annie all sort of the way back here. It was quite the way back, right? So if they did wall push, that is quite hard for most of their team to kind of come and help. Now,
Mantra's already locked.
Mantra is already locked. Now, we've got Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie Heavy. The most of them are Bravo, Charlie, but one of their bigs is in Alpha. So we might not be seeing a wall push. I don't think. This might be, dare I say it,
I don't think we will.
Standardish player.
They were super comfortable on Bear Claw with these super big, slow traders. So I would not be surprised if they did that again. 228, looking at how they played, I'm thinking like 2 mechs on the wall and maybe like a mid vomit XC or like a mid vomit overcharge in the middle on spine. But I'm thinking Mantra's just gonna put 3 mechs on the wall and just be like, we're gonna trade dominate everything.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. And what mechs are they going to bring though? This is the interesting part because there's always most Mantra games. There's always 1 or 2 surprises for me. It's always 1 or 2.
I'm trying to think of hipster range mechs, or not hipster, but things that are good but don't entirely follow the grain. There's the Quad Goss 2 ER large Kodiak, or not Kodiak, Stone Rhino. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that. Some people like to run the Colossus on the wall so that it can run around the map and run around the ring and get better angles quicker.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did also have 228 had the Stalker.
Yes, I did. Yes.
I hope we don't see the Highlander here. The Highlander is not suited to play on the wall.
They're 228 already locked in as well. Tell you what, both teams are not mucking around. They've come with some plans here this morning. And just quickly, 228 a relatively even spread as you would expect. So they are playing super standard for HBG. Yep. Super standard, nothing untoward.
The red, the Lance Command.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've never seen somebody take that in a comp game.
I saw someone green. I'm thinking, hey, a minute, what's this green nonsense? I ain't seen that before. Well, okay.
Alrighty. Team 228, we have a Colossus, a Jenner 2C2, a Spider, a Viper, a Shadowcat, a Dire Wolf, a Blackjack, and a Stalker 5S. So I'm thinking 228 wants a little bit more of a mobile deck here. We definitely have 2 slow wall traders.
Hang on a minute. We've got an Arctic Wolf over here. Deck. Yeah, a Crusader, an Arctic Wolf, a Charger, a Mad Cat 1, and then Shadowcat, Viper, SR1, we know what's going to be on that, and a little Flea Bags. Now, I'm going to have to check on these
Mantra
3
looks
mechs.
Like they're doing a brawl deck with 2 traders?
Well, no, not if you've got an SR1. No, we'll find out in a minute. We'll find out really soon.
Because, I mean, what do you do with, a Charger's not a brawl stop. It's a brawl mech. Like, you don't, and a
1A1 no less too, right? Like, it's...
Yeah, I mean, like, the Crusader is a brawl stop to make sure they don't brawl into you. The Charger cannot fill that role. The Charger exists for one thing, to charge them. So I'm a little curious. What is on Jiffy's Colossus, though? Is it Hag Vom?
I think it'll be that Hag hybrid thing. Oh,
it's
hang on.
Hag, ER large, and SRMs.
No, there you go. The SR1 is 4 Gauss, 1 ER large. The Arctic Wolf is brawling. Binaries on the Charger here. ER large on the Crusader. What? 3 ER large on the Crusader. And the Mad Cat has, okay, that's 2 Gauss, 4 ER large. That's okay. That's pretty standard. Right. An interesting deck from Mantra. I'll say that. A very mixed deck here. Interesting.
So 228's deck, except for the Colossus, it is honestly allergic to Brawl. Their Spider and Viper both have LMGs. Their Blackjack is Vomit, and it'll heat cap very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, both.
Yeah. What's on the toilet seat? Oh, heavy mediums on the toilet seat rather than the plasma babies. And then I'm assuming the dial is
Plasma's the 3, but right? yeah, I'm a little concerned because Mantra is setting up heavy in the basement, and they are definitely a lot more of a Brawl deck. So I feel like 228 needs to, I mean, hopefully identify it and back up.
Yeah, well, they've kind of stayed away from the basement 228 entirely. Like, they have gone nowhere near the basement, and they're not really equipped to do it anyway. So there is that part.
Well, I mean, when you don't have a single Brawl deck, I mean, when you don't have a single Brawl mech, going down low can be a little scary. So props to them.
It can indeed. So we've got Glado here, kind of just watching the outside with the beam Shadow Cat here. Fair enough. That kind of watches that area nicely from any lights that may appear in and around this map area there for those watching at home or on your phone in the
Colonel David Renner's already down to 80%. I don't know if he's doing well on his trades, but
he's not looking at Red Baron. No, he isn't. Well, I suppose Red Baron down 80% as well. It's not. I mean, it's not terrible.
Maybe they're both just trading a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's up to 228. 228 have to do something. Well, not yet, but they will.
How I feel about this
Royal Star had a bit of a peak and just ate the Gauss.
Just got slapped in the face.
Yep, ate it.
Oh god, that's bad.
Absolutely.
I'm a little concerned though because 228 obviously because they don't have any Brawl capabilities. I feel like what they need to do is they need to use their lights to help kill these wall mechs quickly because, as you can see,
the SR is in trouble.
Waiting to push.
Their SR is in trouble here from Mantra. He's getting weak, very weak on one of those torsos. Now, once that goes, that's popping, right? That's dual Gauss torso. That's gone. He needs to slow that up. Like Mr. Colonel here, he needs to slow it. Just slow it down a bit. Oh, it's on. It's coming.
Gun for Theta. I don't think they can win this.
And the Kolos, but the Kolos is down here as well, right? So I'm going to try and see what I can view. I hate going in the basement to try and see stuff. Oh, Jiffy ran through the front and absolutely ate an absolute pile of shit. But 228.
Oh my goodness, Jiffy's open side. He's about to be halved.
This is
228. I feel like they're just going to get picked apart here.
228. Yes, just Mantra just sort of trading the corner. They're just sort of half trading the corners here. It's interesting.
Ohasu is peeking in. I don't why are they poking though?
I know. Look at this. It's like a trade war at 150 meters in the basement. Oh no, Trem gets
should just be running in. They have a Brawl deck. Just run in, please. Trem goes down. Crusader's a huge loss here, especially since their Colossus is still whole.
JBV needs to be using the angle.
He needs to be running around the side, but
JBV in that flea.
He needs critical misplay.
He needs to go around the corner. They need to be using that mags on the far corner. It could easily just have nuked Jiffy or the Spider for that instance.
Old Hasu gets down Andy Lard, but
Jiffy's swinging around. Like it's really weak. I think that was Jiffy half. Oh no, almost. Oh my god, what?
Goes down. This is trading even. I'm in shock.
And now, I'll have the charges here as well. He's trading that corner.
Flagged.
Oh my god. Oh no, Jiffy does go down. Mantra up now. Like decisively. With that Kolos out of the fight. And now Mantra are pushing. Now they've seen it. Now they're pushing. They're on. Yep, gone. He's out. Percentages are falling. There's still way too many mechs on the field here for Mantra. This is not
the
good.
End of the basement fight. I think that's just Mantra's win. Even if 228's assaults like just dominate the game from here on out, they don't have the ability to cap this out.
Well, Mantra have the caps, the mix, and the percentages on those mechs, right? So this is not looking good at all, or has gone well for 228. I think that crossing there, 228. I think mainly Jiffy just getting absolutely shellacked coming in through that gate. Mantra just hard looking at that gate, and Jiffy just ate so much coming in there. Probably a bit unexpected, I would imagine. Not good.
The interesting part there is that I would say 228 played it better, but just their drops were, their drop decks were just so incomparable. 228 had a skirmish and LMG deck against Mantra, who was entirely brawl. Like, you want to do a basement brawl with your LMG Viper and your LMG Spider against a Charger and a Crusader?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you're supposed to win that. Gladisaur goes down.
Yeah.
And now it's just the two mechs on the wall. Now it's just Red Baron and Lava.
And look at all the Mantra. They're all just sitting in the basement because they don't need it. They've got the 3 cat.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to lose a mech. They're trying to, it's like the league is worth kills and worth points. Oh no, here we go.
Lava's open CT.
We're off.
Mantra might be running to make a play for Red Baron, though.
Yep.
Maybe they just want to end this quickly. Because,
they're off and running. They're off. They're off. They're out of the gates. Finally, here we go. Slowly.
Even if JBV is just going for the cap. Even if everybody on Mantra dies right now, 228 still can't win. They still can't cap it in time. So
yeah, the caps are unassailable lead at this point. And look at that, Red Baron does not know they're all there. He's getting jumped on a 270-degree angle of fire incoming from everywhere, and he is going down.
He's swinging on Mokor, trying to get Mokor, and he doesn't get it.
No, he does not.
And now it's just Lava Daishi, who has dropped.
Yeah, dropped off the edge there. I was kind of looking. I can see the mech tag. I'm like, I can't see the mech. It must be on the ground. And sure enough, that's where the lovely Direwolfer is. No, the Flea's looking for him. Oh, the Flea's found him. There we go. He's getting shot again. 270 degrees, 300 degrees, 360 degrees from everywhere. And he is dead. And a decisive win. Decisive win from Mantra.
God, 8-1, never lost the 3 cap. Where are we at?
Yeah, where are we at? Let's look at these damage numbers.
Oh boy, JBV getting 647
wow.
in the free 19.
Wow.
Ash, we have got to nerf that mech.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Is that almost as much ammo as the bloody thing's got? Or I feel like it hasn't got a hell of a lot more.
It's got like 1,000 damage in ammo. So given his ranges, he may have just spent all of his ammo.
Maybe.
228 also putting up pretty good damage, but I mean, it just didn't matter. They just couldn't get control of the cap. So
yeah, it was. It was the cap control diving in that basement. I strongly suspect the 228 did not anticipate that many mechs to be there in the basement and watching that door when they came in. It just did not go well for 228 that game.
Yeah. I wonder if Mantra brought those trade mechs hoping to push their opponent to brawl down low, because I mean, it's not very often you see people commit that hard to brawl, but
yeah. You want to draw that quickly on the map strat, and I'll rearrange this lobby very quickly.
Yeah, so Mantra definitely did a little bit of an unorthodox strat of they took almost all of their mechs and literally just walked and held. Yeah. They got Theta early, they got their bigs on the wall, and they just sat there. They were just fine holding that 3 cap for the whole game, so 228 did not bring a good deck for HPG, in my opinion. Of course, my team was already eliminated, and their team was not. So
yeah,
what do I know?
You be shutting the F up right now,
Exactly. But if I was in their shoes and I had that deck and I was told you need to bring out a win, basement is the last place you go if you have that big of a skirmish deck. You need to be going, oopsies, I did not mean to draw a circle. You need to go for the back caps. You need to send your skirmish lights on the walls to try to kill their bigs. Theta is just off limits. Their brawl deck will win every time, and you need to skirmish for those back caps. Theta, if you try to pick a Theta brawl and you don't have a deck to win a Theta brawl, you've just lost. It's over. GG's. Get out. Get out of the game. So I'm a little concerned on how 228 played that. I feel like they didn't really think it through, but
They kind of got stuck as well. The stream is sort of just getting to that point. They kind of just got stuck, and it was 150-meter trading. Like they kind of got stuck, and Mantra were winning the trading because, again, like you said, the mechs in the deck, right? They were just better for that. Exactly what was happening, they were better for it.
But like, how does 228 play that differently though? Down low, they can't run in and initiate a brawl. Interestingly enough, the trading is the best scenario if they're picking a fight down on Theta. Now, obviously, the best scenario is to not pick a fight on Theta, but I mean,
that's true.
If they're there, that is the better way to do it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like maybe 228 could have stayed, like you said, outside the basement a little bit and try and worked slower and just maybe given it. I mean, the caps weren't too much of a problem when they went into the basement. Try and work something off the edge. Because we had, goodness me, the the Stone Rhino was actually quite weak from Mantra. So try and work that angle, get him off it, and then do the outside of the map business. You know, was it the Kappa, Epsi, the Gamma, Epsi, something around there. Hard to say which, of course, but there's two options on the table.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to Terra because this I reckon this is the Mantra. We can do all sorts of stuff map. This is definitely the one, and they're pretty heavy right now. Bravo, Charlie. What do you think they might be up to, mate? Goodness me, look at this. Very. I like this already.
Goodness.
I already like this. I'm excited already. I can't wait.
I'm trying to think, if I was Mantra and thought outside the box for everything, what would I do?
But have they been thinking out the box though? The men have not. They have played very standard the last two.
However, they still have Dered in Alpha, and seeing as Dered is a light player, of which Team One just locked with this, Dered obviously will get Sigma. Their bigs will walk up on Epsilon. I think they're probably just gonna do a standard Theta Epsi Sigma hold. However, what concerns me is 228. They are Bravo Charlie heavy, and that means Kappa hold. They're gonna set somebody on top of the mountain here, somebody here, and they're just gonna try to have Overwatch on Kappa, Sigma, and Gamma. They're gonna ignore Theta, and that's gonna be their play. That has been a very common Team 2 strat this entire year, and it's worked for some teams, and for some teams it's not, of which I'm not going to say it's a bad strat. I'm just going to say it feels like most teams just don't know how to play it.
The Sigma is the problem, right? If you go the Kappa side, the Sigma is the issue because Team 1 can actually defend it reasonably easily if you sort of do the opposite of what DSC do over, just make that green, over this side with the Gamma Deny. You can do something similar with Sigma a little bit further back. You don't have as much range. You know, look, it is slightly different, but it can be done and it can stop that push coming in. And you can also sort of, I think, put a mech in this department as well fairly easily if your Mantra, again, to stave off the Sigma cap or at least know it's coming. But yeah, if 228 go this cap aside, it's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting because I can't see how Mantra here are not going to have these three caps, the three caps straight away, Sigma, Theta, Epsi, and if they send somebody up, again, this is the volcano, right? What does Mantra have something funky chicken to send up there into the volcano?
Yeah, of which holding Sigma, if 228 gets it, will be easy. The top mech on top of Kappa can just deny those forever. But yeah, you are right. Getting it is going to be a nightmare. However, they're locked, so
They're locked.
we can see if they can get it.
Yeah,
Of which,
man.
if I'm 228, I'm down 0-2 in the elimination round. I'm definitely feeling.
I'm feeling a little bit worried, honestly. Like I'm like, oh. This was us last week. We're like, oh man, we are 2 drops down. We need to.
This was us as well against 228. We both were in the same place. However,
it's all of us.
228 is running a Direwolf, a Stone Rhino, a Locust, the Cap variant, might I add. And
hang on, the weapon?
Osiris, a Shadowcat, an Ice Ferret, an Executioner, and a Phoenix Hawk. So this is about the deck I expected for this.
Actually, funny you say that. 228 in our game last week, because we had a chat to them after the game, and they were saying, yeah, we realized we'd actually lost the fight, and we just sent everyone off to Cap. It was the only way we were pretty certain we were going to win that Terra map, and they were right. This week they got the Locust, right? So that is definitely, if that's what needs to happen, we can do it. Deck kind of thing. Now looking at I'm trying to work out what a Mantra now has. Mantra bought again the binary charger is the SR1 AC10s. I'm hoping it is, because that you'd want that. And they've got this, the hybrid Highlander is back.
So
let me have a look.
If you're playing a cap strat here, having 1 or 2 brawl mechs is not a bad play, of which I would say the Locust 3V, despite its cap quirk, it still has pretty good DPS. It's not a bad light.
Oh, the Ice Ferret is micros. Micros machine gun. Sorry. Okay, interesting.
On what?
The Ice Ferret is all micros and heavy machine guns, and the Hellfire is brawl. It's a brawl Hellfire. Okay,
to see, you're right. I didn't even realize that. Mantra's making an early play for Theta. 228's not even going to send a mech there. They're just going to have one guy scout, and they're going hard into the Kappa. So it's going to take 228 a while to get their big setup here.
And the other thing as well,
I'm curious to see what they'll do beforehand. But
have a quick look at the Reds Viper, mate. It's full brawl, full brawl. It is. Mantra are going to brawl this. That's what they're doing. They are brawling something somewhere at some point, and I would imagine it's going to be fairly soon.
I am betting the fact that they haven't ran into anybody yet. I would bet Mantra knows exactly what 228's doing right now, and
look at that, they're coming back. They're coming back through the middle already. Like their fasts are already coming off Theta. Back to Sigma.
They are going back to fight for Sig. They know if they lose Sig, 228 is exactly where they want to be. And Andy Lard running off early actually scares me a little.
Well, he's going off to Cap, right? I would assume. Yeah, Ice Ferret. Yeah, off to Cap. Oh wow, 228. Heavy pushing Sigma. Heavy.
I think it's a bit of an oversight to not send Fire Ant to get Sigma early on. A small mech with a cap boost, like that. I feel like the Locust needs to be your first pick, and instead send Fire Ant to get Gamma, get the home cap that's free, and send the Locust for the actual hard cap.
Mantra just
the strike is going down. Fire Ant's going to take a lot of damage.
Oh, he missed it.
But
oh no, it got him. It did clip him.
Gamma's getting taken. The bigs are up top to fight for it. No.
For free. That's almost free.
228 didn't put anybody up top to deny Gamma. What are they doing? This is not how you play this strat. You need to put people on the Spire to deny Gamma. Mantra's about to have a 3 cap to 1 cap. Two.
Sigma's just
going to get Sigma. It's going to be a 2 cap, but 228, what are you doing? You need to put people on the Spire so then you can deny the caps.
Fire Ant has eaten nearly 15% just to get Sigma. Which took them a considerable amount of time. Because, Mantra just gave it up, right? Completely gave up Sigma. But like you said, at the same time, where are they? They're off at Gamma. They are off at Gamma doing cap business things.
I mean, as soon as you get Gamma, you're like, okay, Sigma doesn't matter. These guys fucked up. It's over. Like, I don't understand. You need to have people on each spire for Kappa so then you can deny Gamma. The fact that they didn't deny it, I think that's lost them the game. Because, I mean,
It's
getting
100
Gamma
caps.
back.
100 caps, man. 100 caps now.
Yeah.
100, oh, sorry, tickets. Sorry, 100 tickets. And 228
Yeah.
has to, what, you know what they have to do? They have to come all the way back now. So they're all the way over at Sigma with what, 6 mechs, 5, 6 mechs. They now have to walk
Getting
all
Gamma back
the way
against
back.
this 4-man?
That's going to take too long. Two odds on again. Look at this. Over the back corner of the map here, just behind Gamma, we've got the Andy and Zell. And it looks like Mantra were aware of it. They know what was going on, and they're chasing it. Oh, here we go. Dread and Andy.
I don't want to say I'm disappointed because that's a very rude way to put it. But
Oh dear.
I am. This
228 now have to
this
push the hill.
strat is something that is not new. This strat is something that we have seen played to varying degrees of success. We have seen teams try it and fail, and we know why it's failed, and we've seen teams play it and win. So the fact that 228 did not pick the optimal setup at the start of the match, it honestly makes me kind of sad. I expected a lot more.
Not denying
Gladisaur
Kappa.
does
Sorry,
climb up
Gamma,
and
yeah.
kick Mokor off the top. Mokor takes serious damage. How is he looking? Oh, he's almost open CT.
Now, in the meantime, we do
But-
have someone off over at the Epsilon side for 228, but there's almost 150 tickets difference here. So Mantra still can chill, right? They can slow roll this now. They can wait for an opportunity to go and cap. Oh, no. Mantra is sending them off. They're off the Epsilon. The pack is off. All three of them are off.
Win, but they can't. But they can't hold it. If Fire Ant stays, he'll die.
No, he's running. He's seen them coming because they already lost 15% on Sigma, which that's a lot, right? That was a lot to get Sigma early. And look at this. Mantra like, we are not having a bar of this. We are sending 3 guys. Now, what this will do, even if they don't kill Fire Ant, they can then go and cap Sigma. They might lose a cap here or there, but there is a push coming from 228.
Making a run for Theta.
Yep.
They have realized that there are 3 mechs in the back, and they are going to sprint for it, which is good.
They have
need
to.
a very strong, decisive play in order to win. Andy Lard is making a run for Theta. It's going to be cut off.
This is 228's moment. This is how they win the game right here, and they have to be fast. The tickets are getting even
or it's
further.
How they lose because their 4 bigs aren't in the fight.
Oh no, they're running away. The bigs are running away.
Andy Lard's getting run down by 3. 228. What are we doing? Andy Lard's legged.
Oh no. So 228 have 4 mechs all shooting the one target. Somehow Old Hass lives. I think it's taking too long. We'll find out in a minute. I think 228 have taken too long to do this. Oh, Yorkshire getting shot in the butt there.
About to go down. Old Hasu
dear.
goes down. Dots is about to go down.
Oh.
I think it's too little, too late. Even if 228 wins this fight, it's just not enough.
I think you might be. Oh no, the Osiris's leg. That is not good. That's not what you want at all. Like, you really do not want it legged, and now he's dead. The Direwolf from Lava Daichi's getting harassed again because these Mantra mechs are so brawly. Like, I mean, it's a brawl, I swear it, for goodness sake. That's crazy.
Jiffy is walking in fresh, just mopping people up. Gladisaur's trying to get Theta.
He's getting jumped on.
Somebody's capping Gamma. Royal Star's capping Gamma, but yeah, it's just too little.
So they've got nothing capping.
Ooh.
Wow. Bang.
Good shot from Jiffy.
Yeah, bang. That's what it is. That's bang, bang. I mean, Fire Ant is dead. The problem, there is no way to saw caps. Yeah, there is just no way with a little Phoenix Hawk and a big SR1 lumberjack lumbering along, and they're going to be able to do it when you're competing against a Fleas and a Viper. Oh, wow.
I am sad. 228 had the strat to win. Their strat could have easily won, but it was just a series of critical misplays after, like, just over and over again, that I don't think there was ever a single point where
giving up Gamma hurt
Mantra was at
so
a risk
much.
of, like, not winning.
Yeah, giving up Gamma for free then was really, really, really
Giving up,
painful.
giving up Gamma for free, not sending the Locust to Sigma straight off the bat, sending somebody to Epsilon. Well, I mean, at that point, it was already over. But yeah, I am a bit sad because
Oh, toss it.
because I mean, this easily could have gone to drop 4 or 5 if 228 had just refined their strats, or not even their strat, refined how they played their strat just a little bit more.
Oh, wow.
The
Ooh, have a
red
look at the damage
197.
numbers. Wowee. Oh,
Oh my
wowee.
god, Jiffy.
What a spread there. Goodness. Goodness me.
Jiffy getting 903, but I mean, even then, that fight was just too little, too late.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it wasn't too little. They won the brawl, but the brawl just started far too late.
Yeah, and losing the Locust in the middle of that too. So while the bigs were going, the Locust also died off. So if it didn't, and maybe Mantra disengaged or something, I mean, that's really good work from Mantra on that, not to leave the Locust, right? Come to keep chasing the Locust, kill it off, even if we lose the big fight, which, well, they kind of did in the end. It didn't matter because they still had so many tickets. They had a 150 ticket lead before the fight even started then, the big fight. It's huge. That is absolutely massive. You want to draw some map strat for that one? Because that was interesting. A lot of interesting.
So my prediction of their original strat was correct, but the real losing point was 228 sending their assaults here on the low ground. The way you win that, the way you play that is 228 and win. You send your dire wolf here, you send your stone rhino here, and they just park there for the whole match. Your locust, instead of getting gamma, immediately goes sigma. Locust is the only mech that can steal that cap. Ice Ferret, whatever, a different light gets gamma, and then you send your wolf pack to screen for your locust getting sigma, and then as soon as you have those 3 caps, you just pull back, you just walk back, and you just sit and hold those caps. But the fact that they couldn't get sigma for so long, the fact that they gave up gamma for free, I just don't see how they could have won that.
It was also really interesting. So when 228 were, what, they had 5, I think it was 5 mechs here sort of heading in this direction. They, Mantra did not engage them at all. They all pulled back and they basically sat a firing line of all their bigs up top looking at Sigma. So if anything came around the corner, they were all there. Some teams kind of get caught in the trap of kind of coming back and trying to fight it, but instead they didn't. They sat back, sat up high, and then just kept smacking that locust. That airstrike, sorry, the arty strike that you saw. And again, slowly, like 25% on that poor locust just to flip Sigma. But at which point, Mantra already over here. They've already got all their mechs. It's gamma. They were already there capping it with their lights. So it was one cap for cap. It's still a 3 cap. Mantra, it's still a 2 cap to 228. And then what do you do with 228? You've got to come all the way back, right? Like you literally have to, you've got all of your people here. You have to come all the way back. And that takes 2 minutes. And what's that? You've lost another 50 tickets, 40 tickets, something like that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I don't know.
That's a lot.
And yeah, that is it for that. We have 1 hour on the dot, or I guess when the stream delay, it'll be 57 minutes until our next game of Vile against DSC. And that's going to be the winner's bracket final, which is going to be, instead of first to 3, it'll be first to 4, best of 7. And so you are going to want to watch that match. These are the 2 teams that were predicted to get first and second, and everybody agrees the grand final is going to be between them. So these are the 2 best teams of the year duking it out. So we're gonna take a short break, and then we're gonna come back for that, and you're gonna want to see it.
Yeah, so about 40 minutes, I reckon, 45 minutes. The stream will be up. As Dio said, this is going to be like an entree to the main course in some ways in a couple of weeks because like I said, I think these teams are going to be back and fighting each other. So yes, with that, thank you for joining me for this one. And yeah, guys, chat, we'll be back in about roughly 45 minutes. We'll see you then.
Peace.